folks, Aaron here. Welcome back to my anime review. Today we are looking at Junji Ito Collection, Episode 4. So, one of these stories I actually had read before, and it was still just as creepy and also very nasty to watch, and I did not want to use the thumbnail for it. I was going to at first, but I was like, if I use this thumbnail, I'm going to activate some people's, let's just say tryptophobia. If you guys don't know what tryptophobia is, I'll explain that in a couple of seconds. And then also, the second episode, I did read, I think, before in the past, but I'm not 100% sure. It seems familiar to me. It's called The House of Puppets, and I feel like I've read Junji Ito's version of that, but I wasn't 100% sure regardless. Nonetheless, I still enjoyed the hell of it. This week's episode, just this, quick thing, was awesome overall. So the first story actually dealt with a thing called Shiver, was called. And it's about essentially these people that are cursed with these weird holes that appear in their skin. And thus what I mentioned before, tryptophobia, in case you guys don't know, which I would highly suggest not looking up if you are one person who believes in tryptophobia or believes in getting, I want to say, ailments very easily. But tryptophobia is the fear of holes. And it seems kind of foolish at first, but the thing is that, they usually are like weird little holes that people do, and they have like weird like teeth sometimes. It's very nasty to look at, to say the least. And also, there are a lot of people who suffer from it, surprisingly now. I think it's more so just something that internally people see it and they think now it's an actual thing, because by definition of sciences and medical stuff, it's not technically a real phobia. It's just now becoming a real thing because people are like so messed up by it. I will not lie. Tryptophobia is a nasty thing. It does make you shiver a little bit, gives you goosebumps. So that's why it's fitting for this episode to be called, at least the first story should be called, Shiver. But it's not a real thing technically. I think it's one of those things that it just looks creepy and it just causes you to kind of get creeped out. But it's not really a real like actual phobia. But yeah, this young family got cursed by this weird little thing called like the jade ornament, and it has all these holes on it. Any of the people that touch it end up getting all the holes in them too, and then like bugs come out. It's really gross. It's actually disturbing. Even the story, the fact that like the one old man who apparently was the last one to have it before this girl, claimed that apparently like at one point he had holes everywhere in his body, and bugs were flying into the house just to go into his back. It was really disgusting, to say the least. It's disgusting. To watch it is disgusting. It's not very violent or gory. It's just the concept of having holes in your skin is, ugh. It is really kind of like, it does make you shiver, like I said before. But yes, what's funny is that one of the guy's friends, the neighbor's friends, actually saw the girl pointing into the grass, and he ran to see the jade ornament on the ground and thought, oh man, this will be valuable. I'll take it, because he didn't believe in the curse. Lo and behold, he comes back and says that the curse is real, and what follows usually is this weird doctor that seems to come out of nowhere that all of a sudden starts treating you, but it seems to give you more holes, which is funny. And, they found him dead, but his neighbor actually was cured of her ailment and had all the holes, completely filled in, which is weird. Now, that's the first story, and the first story I'll say was awesome. I love that it does exactly what it's supposed to do. It makes you just tense up and makes your skin crawl, and that is what it's supposed to do, so thus I have no issues with it. The second story was about a family of puppeteers, and essentially, they go around to different schools and different places, and, they don't really have a home because they live in the truck because the father's a puppeteer master, and it's seems kind of just silly at first, but then you start seeing the creepiness of these puppets start getting like sentient in terms of how they're controlled, and then one particular puppet called Jean-Pierre becomes sentient himself and ends up controlling the whole family, essentially the brother, and then tries to even control his sister, and ends up killing the one guy's girlfriend who he had seen when he was a kid, and then they kind of got reunited, killed her. And we find out that the brother somehow from then to there became a puppet himself. The other brother who was, because it was a family of four. I think it was a family of three technically, because there was two brothers and a sister. The one brother was very surprised to see his brother end up having this fate happen to him, because he used to always say, it's not the puppet, the puppeteers that control the puppets, but actually vice versa, because the puppets are reliant on moving via the puppeteers. And there is symbolism in that if you think about it, because it's not so crazy if you really think. These puppets are being manipulated, yes, by people, but at the same time, that's their job, is to be manipulated, and thus, in a creepy sense, it's like, yes, they are kind of controlling you, because for them to move and for you to earn money, you need to rely on them and vice versa. So it's a kind of disturbing metaphor if you think about it. But I love that story. I thought it was really good, and it was just really creepy overall. But overall, in this week's episode, both stories were awesome. I had no issues with them. They ended perfectly. And honestly, you know, these are the stories I love from Junji Ito because they do exactly what they're trying to do, and they do it so very well. What did you guys think about this week's episode? I would love to hear from you in the comments below. As always, if you liked my review, think about hitting that subscribe button and sharing the video around and liking the video, obviously. I will talk to you guys later. I have Beatless episode 3, which should be out probably in 10 to 15 minutes. I actually already watched it. I'm going to go review it right now. But I'm going to give you guys a little time, and, you know, then I'll review it when I get a chance. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good, blessed day, everyone. God bless you all. Bye-bye.